Hi, this is Brandon Smiley from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the half kneeling high cable row with opposite reach. This is a great pulling variation you can put in your training programs for your athletes that's got a combination of things that's just great for athletes. So we first obviously have the half kneeling position, which is great for getting that hip flexor lengthening. It also helps provide some additional abdominal work while we're performing the exercise. We've got a high row, which is really great if we got athletes that need to train their lats, but we need to be careful about how we're training in the overhead position. So we can still have a little bit of a row component, but still get the lat involved where we're not actually necessarily truly overhead, we're kind of out in front. And then with the opposite reach, we're also going to make sure we get some good scapular motion across the rib cage. So this is great for your throwing populations, and make sure that we keep that ability to reach and rotate good and smooth, and the scapular health is there for shoulders. So this is a fantastic exercise. If you work with athletes, I'd highly suggest checking out putting your training programs. So we need a high cable position. To me, a high cable position means the cable position is taller than the athlete. I'm pretty short, not hard for me to do. Usually we just set it up in A or B position on our cable machine, but based upon what you have access to, just kind of work with what you have. You also need some kind of single handle attachment. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with my left side so you can see it first. We're going to come back, we're going to be in our half kneeling position, and once we get in that position, then we're going to keep our arm long, and then our hand that we're going to reach opposite with is going to come up by our chest here. So what you can't see is that my other hand is like this. All right, so as I row, I'm going to basically, as this pulls, my other arm is going to reach at the same time. So I'm going to be here and reach. I'm going to reach back and forth to replace where the handle was. And then you would switch sides to give you an idea what it looks like from the other side. Again, this hand's up here by my chest. That's going to pull me forward, and then I'm going to reach and pull. Reach and pull. So the main thing we want to ensure when we do that is that we're not doing this to our body. We want our abdominals good and strong. Hold everything in position while we row and reach. So that's going to get our ribs to internally and externally rotate, work with each other as we pull and push in one position, and that's going to help our shoulder health long term. So if you got an athlete that's got a lot of shoulder problems, this is a great option for them, especially if they have a hard time getting their hands overhead and doing like lat pull downs, chin ups. It starts bothering their shoulders. This might be your bread and butter exercise for what would be considered your vertical pulling. So we're pretty big on this exercise with our throwing population. I think 3-4 sets of usually 8 to 12 repetitions per side is great to be able to put some mass on and improve some strength in the upper body. You can certainly go heavier into the 6s. However, what I find is too many athletes start to try to cheat, and then it starts to look like this to get the actual motion where we just want here. So keep that in mind. Again, another great pulling variation you got access to. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.